So this video is sponsored by Pionex, one of the exchanges I use all the time. It's one of the main crypto brokers to Binance, so the volume is very high. The main thing that sets them apart though is that you can use free trading bots, a variety all designed to benefit from different market behaviours, whether that's up, down or sideways. You'll get 20% off all your trading fees for life with my link in the description. And if you join the Telegram, a lot of us already use it, so if you've got questions we can try and help you out. Hello everybody, welcome back. Quite a day yesterday. Bitcoin, even if it was just for a very short period of time, making a new local high. Sold off almost instantly, but pretty good. If we just take this to the weekly, we can see exactly where it hit. It was our first next target, basically. If we were to continue on, the next target would have been the 200 exponential on the weekly, which sat comfortably, more or less at where it went up to, really, which was 23,800, give or take, a few pence, basically, a few cents. So pretty sweet, I have to say, pretty good. So now that it's done that, I suppose the next area of significance is just bordering the 25,000, like I shared in a video about a week ago. I'm not going to say exactly as expected, because I'll tell you what, on the shorter term time frames, nothing is expected here. We can chart these things on the weeklies or whatever and have certain targets to be fulfilled, but I mean, on the short-term time frames, everything's so crazy, and it is very much the domino effect of traditional markets, forex, and everything else. And the thing that I've been saying on Twitter and Telegram and stuff, the thing that is confusing me is the euro and basically the Dixie. It's kind of confusing me a little bit because I have absolutely no there's no reason why the euro should be this high with everything that's going on, geopolitical and as far as central banks are concerned. There's no reason for it to be this high. It should be coming down, but it certainly isn't. And as a result of that, we see the Dixie on this sort of descending channel at the moment, whether you do it on a wick basis or a body basis. We're sort of like floating around in this falling wedge. And I would be looking for this to break out at some point soon. This is just the Dixie. We talk about the euro all the time. I'm not going to hang around on this for too long, but yeah, you've got bullish divergence brewing on this and blah, blah, blah. Look at this. All right, look at this. This is the S&P. Opened low on the pre-market and then just ricocheted, bounced straight back up. This is basically what happened with Bitcoin, basically. Bitcoin had its pullback and then shot straight back up. But Bitcoin being Bitcoin went on to go a little bit higher, smashing through the sell walls. And also there's a lot of people shorting at the moment, isn't there? People's trying to stack shorts. And they get whacked and they get liquidated, and it causes bigger moves because liquidity is there basically in the form of shorts. And so basically there's people getting battered on both sides. Long story short, Captain Noobmaster is winning, and that's great to know. He's definitely winning. Any one of us who have got Bitcoins in the bank, we're doing all right. We're happy with that. But from a trader's perspective, I've been slightly bemused since we broke from 19,500, which was where my trade was closed. Obviously, I've got Bitcoins coming out my ears, but I mean, as far as like trading perspective, that was first target, top target met for me, really. And so all of this, really, as far as I'm concerned, is just like something to admire. And it does feel a lot like the 2019 beginning of the bull market, which again, I had the same kind of strategy to an extent. Obviously, I bought my hodl bags back down here and let them ride. But as far as trading was concerned, I took all my chips off the table at 10,000. I thought, we're going to pull back soon, mate. It's not going to keep going. And then over the space of a weekend, it went up to 14,000. I was like, what? Went from 10,000 to 14,000, Obviously, it all sold off, over a 6-month period after that, but it still did it. And so this is the power of Captain Noobmaster. And just I suppose the nature of the derivatives that are getting played on this at the moment, because people are desperate to short this. I'm not comfortable shorting something quite so strong. Not really comfortable shorting traditional markets. The only thing that I've started to layer shorts in from yesterday is the euro, and the reason for that is we're in a channel just like everything else, and on a fundamental basis, I just do not understand why the euro is so high right now. But it is, and so I'm layering into shorts at these levels, and the closer we get to these areas up here. So I mean, personally, I'll be expecting this to come down at any point. Divergence across the board, major resistance, and yeah, a rising channel, which again, layering in the closer we get to the top, because we may not get there. Basically, we may not get there. I'm comfortable with that. And again, I'm not looking for a massive downfall on this one, unless, of course, the ECB decide to say something. I don't know if anyone saw yesterday, but they're now going to give tanks. Germany is going to give tanks to Ukraine. Feels a little like escalation to me, to be honest with you. But we'll have to wait and see. Escalation over in the Eurozone, like that, might have repercussions on the currency. We just don't know, but we can speculate. But even so, on that news, like all the things that have been coming out over the last, well, I suppose this all of January, that should have been bearish for the euro, hasn't, right? And I'm not really sure what is giving the euro such strength, or if it's just the dollar being weak. But something's going to flip at some point. And again, thinking about the dominoes that I always talk about, the dominoes stack up. The first one being Forex, second one being indices and stocks, third one being Bitcoin, the fourth one being altcoins. We stack those dominoes up. We are looking at the first major domino being Forex, potentially making flipping and moving in the opposite direction. But at the moment, it's not doing it. But I'm willing to start stacking some shorts. The higher we go up into the 109s, basically. And as far as any kind of setup for an altcoin is concerned, I have been looking at DOT, and again, this is what Patreon live streams are about. But DOT looks okay to me for a short-term scalpy trade for the day, moving up to this 200 exponential on a daily. We've got pump signals, we get supports. The Bitcoin looks good as far as the euro is concerned. It looks good. S&P again, good. Everything good. So if anything, I am going to be trying a scalpy trade on this one. Top target about 12%. Again, layering out at this one, given what I've said about the dominoes, I still very much believe in the domino effect that's going to happen, and obviously altcoins are going to get hurt more than anything else. But DOT looks like a reasonable setup to me, and I'll be looking for this to form a breakout probably today. To be honest with you, if it doesn't happen today, I probably will take chips off the table. I don't really want to be in a trade like this for a prolonged period of time. But as far as I'm concerned, we're getting ourselves a bit of momentum brewing now on the short-term time frames. Bitcoin hanging around these levels, and the dominance chart is rejecting from a higher level and would likely see a retest of 44. So again, very short-term time frame trades for altcoins basically. But risk to reward 50-50, I'd say. But go where the momentum takes you. Right, I'm going to leave with you there. There's not much more to say about this whole market. It's very much the same on the high-term time frames, looking for the major pullback still. But yeah, until it pulls back, feels like 2019. It's going to keep going until it keeps going. Captain Noobmaster, reckon the people who are over stacking those shorts. It's just a continuation, vicious circle, basically, of pump after pump after pump. 25,000 being my top target, but like I said, in 2019, on that massive run from 4,000 to 10,000, that was my top target on that run, and it went to 14,000. Just be careful, obviously, because if you are thinking about buying into these, for any kind of, I suppose, long-term trade, just be careful about it, because, like I say, I remember the same exact thing taking place at the beginning of the last bull market, right? And obviously, we were excited about it, and obviously buying at 4,000 is okay, but people wanted to buy in at 8 and then 10 and then 12. And obviously somebody bought at 14, otherwise it wouldn't have been represented on the chart itself. And it took them a long time to recover from something like that. So I'm just saying, from a trader's perspective, risk management is still key. Let's not go too crazy. Obviously it's going to keep going until it keeps going. But from my personal perspective, the way I'm seeing all of this is that there is likely to be a bigger pullback at some point. And it can happen at any point, really. It can happen at any point. But for the moment, let it be. Let it be. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.